Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! It's time!
Boom, perfect timing.
Right, evening Michael, how are you, champ? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, mate, thanks for asking. Now, I just want to congratulate you on your recent title victory in for the Midlands area title that you won recently, so congratulations.
Thank you.
So, what are your plans then? What's next on the horizon? Are you looking to get out soon?
Yeah, so hopefully June the 2nd or around June time, early June to get out. Yeah, so hopefully just in negotiations with my team now, and we're looking at a next date as soon as possible, really. Try to get out as soon as possible.
That's good, that's good. I'm curious to find out, when did you first pick up boxing gloves, and also what made you pick up boxing gloves?
I've done boxing all my life, really. Like my brothers are both were very good boxers. My dad was a good amateur. But I played football when I was younger. Then I played football when I was younger, and I used to train boxing, but not really take it seriously. Like I'd go like once every 2-3 weeks. Then I snapped my leg when I was about 19, and I just carried on going boxing to keep fit. Then my coach was like, "You trained all your life. Like, do you fancy a fight?" I was like, "Oh, I might as well have one fight." And my first fight, I knocked the guy out in 30 seconds.
Wow.
Then literally just carried on. Had my second fight like 2 weeks later. I literally carried on. Then yeah, I was fighting regularly. Then I started to get the buzz for it. More than that, I had my first fight when I was only like 22. My first amateur fight at 22. So I haven't been in the game for that long, but yeah.
Well, that's a crazy story. Yeah, because I remember seeing something about you. Did you have like a trial or something?
Yeah, so my new gym, the gym that I train at now, basically my trainer, James Conway, he's from an outstanding amateur gym, so King Teeth in Northampton. So they were like one of the best gyms in the country, in amateur. They had all ex-GB members, Commonwealth gold medalists. Like, yeah, they got voted in the Haringey Cup. They got voted the best club in the competition, which is like one of the best competitions in Europe. Yeah, so, and I knew when and his son Kieran, I know when they turned over, James only wanted like top prospect who's come from a good amateur pedigree. However, just before lockdown, James, they didn't have a gym, so they were coming to Bedford and at my brother's gym training. And I was just asking him, I kept saying to my brother, I want to leave my current training team and I want to go to James to see what he does with his fighters. But I was too scared to ask. And one day we was at my brother's gym and I just spoke to him and I said, I want to come down and I want to train me. Even though I didn't have that much amateur experience, I had like 7 fights, 7 wins, but I wasn't accomplishing nothing. He goes, come down on a Sunday, this Sunday sparring. And this was just, lockdown happened. So professional athletes were still allowed to train at that time. And I went down on a Sunday, so I'm overweight, I'm fat. And he goes, come down sparring. So I went there, got in straight away. And I sparred to Kieran. Then I got battered. I got absolutely battered. I was thinking, what is this? Then I was like, nah, I can't leave like that. Like my own impression. So I went back the week. I could eat. And I was like, James, can I come back next week? He was like, yeah, come back next week. What happened? I got battered again. I kept going and going and going. Then I started to get fit a bit. Then I'm like, I'm still getting beaten up by different guys that shoebox, the amateurs as well. That's the thing. So at this time, I'm Form 1 as a pro. I'm getting beaten up by amateurs, like they're good amateurs, but they're like literally no bouters. They haven't had no bouts, but they're battering me, and because they're so technically that good. Then when lockdown happened, I exchanged. Then literally I kept going and going back. Then James started to do like one-on-one sessions with me. He goes, okay, come. He's like, come on a Thursday at 6 o'clock. So I would go, and he was teaching like the basics and stuff. Then he goes, I'll give you a 6-week trial, and and I developed a lot. Then then I got part of the team of Shoebox, which I'm grateful for. Then I started sparring the top boys again, and I'd hold on my own. Then, like I said, it's been there 3 years now, and now like sometimes I get the better of them in sparring, sometimes they get the better of me, and I've learned so much. So yeah, that was my story of how I got to Shoebox really.
And in Shoebox, you've got the likes of, like you've just mentioned there, Kieran Conway, Ethan James. There's a lot. You're just touching on it there. There's a lot of talent, and obviously you all like feed off each other. I bet it's a real buzz in the gym.
Yeah, literally, we have certain, like, our gym is actually really the best gym ever. Like, I genuinely think our team of the pros there are probably one of the best in the country, without a shadow of doubt. Like, we support each other all the time. So literally, we have 8, 9 pros that all train at the same time. Like, depending on, like, if you've got sparring on a Wednesday morning, you go by yourself. But we do fundamental stuff all together. And yeah, we like push each other. Like if one of us fights on like a day, we all go support and all get tickets. When we go to sparring gyms, we like work as a team, and we like if someone sticks it on, we back each other. And we, like I said, we have banter in our gym, but we're hard workers and we get the job done, and we know what we have to do to do it. But we've got like people like Sam Daly, amazing fighter. Ben Vaughan. We've got someone like Dan Lorenzo, who's probably one of the best light heavyweights in the country, but he's undercover, and you'll see him develop. We've got Dempsey, he's a little Rottweiler. We've also got Ethan James, probably the most talented fighter I've probably ever seen in my life. We've got Kieran, who's experienced, and he's at a world level. Who else do we have? Yeah, so Nico, a little magician. Nico, we've got added to our team now. He would come from the amateurs. So our team actually, we're developing, and we've got Clint, who's a light heavyweight, who's fought the people. He beat the likes like Richard Riakporhe in the amateurs, and he's a late comer, and he's a light heavyweight. And yeah, so our team's good, and we've got a good solid base. And when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. So yeah.
You're like 9 fights in now in your professional career. That correct?
Yeah, 9 fights. Yeah, 9 fights now.
But in your second pro fight, you suffered a defeat, but since then you've gone 7 fights in a row, and you barely even lost a round in them fights that you've won. But is that like all part of the learning curve, losing early in your pro career? Because a lot of people, they kind of think, oh, but you've got to have a know in boxing, but it's not really like that, is it?
No, so that loss that I had was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like I said, when I was fighting in like the amateur, I was knocking guys out. I weren't really training. I weren't knocking guys out. I was just knocking them out. I had my debut against Darryl Sharp. Like looking back at it now, he took me through it. Really, it weren't that experience. Should I have been there? Probably not. But yeah, I wanted to be a pro boxer. Losing at Stanley was literally the best thing happened to me. And I've never wanted that feeling again. Like I thought I'd knock him out, genuinely. And like I said, he was too experienced for me at the time. That was 5 years ago. He was too experienced, and he beat me. I've got nothing to say. He beat me fair and square. But like I said, I was going back. I had a wedding the week before, and I was drinking. The week before I fight, like cutting the weight still. I remember I went to I was usher boy to a wedding. One of my good family friends, he's like an older brother to me. I remember in the morning I weighed 79. In the evening, I remember I got back home and weighed myself. I was 84. I had to do a 6-mile run after drinking, and I didn't take it seriously then. I wanted to live that lifestyle. So when I lost, I thought that was the best thing happened to me. Come back 2 fights, won it, then literally I genuinely think moving to shoebox changed me as a fighter, learning everything brand new. And yeah, so, but we've offered Danny Shannon a rematch numerous times, and bless him, he's retired now. He's got family, he brings up his family now. But I always say to him, come out of retirement, let's have one more fight.
Yeah.
I'll give you your biggest payday ever you'll get. Come on.
Yeah.
Let me show you what you made me become, and I'll show you. Yeah, and well, bless him. But like I said, he's retired. If he wants to come back, he knows where the offer is. But yeah, but I've moved on from that, and like I said, now bigger and better things. So
That's good. That's good stuff. You fought at super middleweight. Was it in your debut, if I remember rightly?
Yeah, well, middleweight actually. I was supposed to fight at middleweight, so but I was 74, 7, so I was in the middleweight bracket. That was my younger days.
Yeah.
Body changed a bit now, so.
So I'm guessing your plans are to stick at light heavyweight now and moving forward.
Nah, well, I can fluctuate between super middle and light heavy.
All right.
I can do that. So depending whether, like I said, the opportunity's at light heavy, super middle. But realistically, the higher levels I get, I'll be dropping to super middleweight. Like I said, when I want to get to that European level, British level, in the next few fights, yeah, I'll be at super middleweight.
Just before you just touched on, well, you've set up my next question really. You were talking about British and European level, but like guys that are fighting, female and males that are fighting at like the area level, how hard is it to get, like your brand exposure sort of thing? Because they don't really get much. I know your last fight against Andy Owen was on the BBC iPlayer, but it's so hard, isn't it, to get like, advertise your fights, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. Like I said, people like us who fight, lucky I got my last fight was televised on BBC. It was on Fight Zone, and I had, like I said, a lot of people following me on it. However, if that wasn't the case, it's very hard because people don't want to engage, if you know what I mean. They don't want to watch, or they don't want to buy tickets because it's too far away, but they'll happily watch it on TV. And I've learned at my last fight, like I said, my profile has gone up massively from my last fight. People are more known and recognised in the boxing scene now. But yeah, you've got to keep fighting and fighting. And like I said, now I'm back. Like I said, I want good fights. Good fights what are the correct fights for me to push myself on to that next level. And I know there's levels in boxing, but the correct fight, and I'm on the stepping stone now. I'm not going backwards or going forward. And yeah, but like I said, you got to brand yourself out, and I genuinely think, with the right team around me, it's happening. And I've got good sponsors. I've got people like ARJ Makes. I've got J Fitness Studios who are outstanding for my strength conditioning. Oak Housing Solution, who's owned by a guy called Oz Beckoon. I've got Paul's Protein Cafe, who does my meals for me. And they share stuff for me and get me branded and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going well. So
that's good to hear. Outside of your boxing career, I'm not sure if you still do it now, but you used to be a PE teacher. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I've actually I was a PE teacher. And now I'm head of behaviour and achievement at a youth prison. So still a teacher in the education setting, but at a youth prison. So that's what I do now.
That's good stuff. What made you get into that? Like, because I think like boxers and just sports people in general, they should be doing more to get, like challenge youngsters, like to move them onto the right path. So I'm curious to know, what do you think they should be doing more, like yourself?
Yeah, I think they should be doing, but I think it's a government issue, not. You know what I mean? People like have big influence like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. I genuinely think they need to be helping the youth because they're big. Like we have rappers that brand all good lavish lifestyle, and I think people like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, those big fighters need to maybe work with more charities and do more. I think it's they're like, as a pro athlete, I think they need to be working with it more. That's my personal opinion. How I got into it, well, I had a mentor growing up who I wanted to be like. His name was John Guinea, outstanding person. So John Guinea. Basically, I was at college. I was so naughty at college, got kicked out, but he got me back in, and that's when I was playing football at the time, and he was a manager of the academy. Then growing up, he just mentored me, helped me make the correct moves, go to university. When I was at university, finished university, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and he got me, I didn't know what to do, I just done sport, I wanted to do sport, I don't know why. But I always wanted to be like a coach. I wanted to be a football coach. That's what I originally wanted to do. And he was like, do your PGCE, your teaching qualification. Done that. Then I went traveling, come back, and I got a teaching job. And as a qualified teacher, I got a teaching job. However, I wanted to take boxing seriously, so I stopped teaching and I was training full time. And I hated it. I don't know how these people do it. All I was doing is literally waking up, training, coming home, chilling for like 6 hours with all my friends, my girlfriend at the time, all my boxing. When I was finishing training, my boxing friends were going in. All my family and friends were at work. I was literally coming home, just sitting there to wait for training in the evening. I was doing nothing for like 6 hours. So I started doing like supply teaching between like 9 and 3. And I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm actually going to pursue this, innit? I've got to think about after boxing. So, yeah, I got a job as a PE teacher. Then it just happened from there and just carried on. But it worked perfect. It literally worked perfect, like training and work balance. It's good. So, yeah, that's how I got into it.
That's good. I've enjoyed this chat. I've enjoyed this interview, learning more about you, learning about what's coming up next on the horizon, what you do with the youth prisons and youth prison and all that lot. I'll let you leave with, if you'd like to add anything else or shout anybody out, you know?
It's literally just shout out my sponsors. I mentioned it before, ARJ May, Gay Fitness, Pools Protein, Oak Housing Solution is owned by Oz. That's it really. Just make sure the big fights I want next, so hopefully mandatory for the English title now. So either English title or a top 15 world ranking fight, get me in the world ranking. So yeah, that's the aim within the next 3 to 6 months. So that's it.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time, Michael.
That's all right, Jake. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Referee steps in and calls a halt to the contest